All right, you heard me say it a million times. Listen to me, I'm allergic. Are you hearing me? I'm allergic to average. And the problem with a lot of you is you're not allergic to average.
He says, never miss 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
That one missed day is a mistake, 2 missed days is the start of a new habit.
Leg up to society, get the edge, own it, work for it, fight for it, caress it, give birth to it. With that comes whatever dream you want. It begins today, it continues tomorrow, and it never fucking dies.
My fucking mindset is I will not lose. I will not fucking lose, man. That's how you gotta move in this world today. You will not lose, regardless of the circumstances.
Winning is for the obsessed. You must be obsessed if you want to win. You must be obsessed with the goal, the journey, the outcome, the experience, the rejections, the resilience, the grit. And throughout that journey, as you hit these micro wins, celebrate them and then lock back in.
Every day is a chance to win or to lose. What you did yesterday in your business, what you did yesterday at the gym, what you did yesterday to level up in your knowledge or in your network, doesn't really matter. Every single day you need to show up because you're only as good as your last shot.
You guys, it really comes down to this. You can either A, right, sacrifice temporary fun for permanent dreams, or sacrifice your permanent dreams for temporary fun. And the reality is a lot of you guys are willing to sacrifice your permanent dreams for some temporary fun.
Yeah.
And that temporary fun is never going to get you fucking anywhere.
There is some psychological evidence that bears on this. If you ask people what they regret, especially as they get older, what they generally report is things not done.
Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why.
You gotta have a why. You gotta have a reason for why you do what you do. The problem with some of y'all, the reason why you don't give 120% every doggone time you get on the field, because you ain't got a why for what you do. You ain't got a why. I walk in the room, I can see some of y'all. I spoke to all of y'all when y'all came in for the most part. Why? Because I'm looking in your eyes, and I see some of y'all, and you ain't serious.
Never forget where you're going. Because the daily wars and the battles, the ups and the downs and everything else, you get turned around and dumped underwater, man, start blowing bubbles and find out what's ways north. But always keep in sight what you're doing in the long frame, the bigger picture of it all. Because that's what gives it value when everything seems like Murphy's Law is just dumping on you.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't fucking stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I fucking feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna fucking shine in the morning.
Every day is a new shot for you to change your life. Every day is a new shot for you to reinvent yourself. If you understand the power that when the sun comes up, it's a new opportunity for you to live your life, a new life of purpose, a new life of achievements, and a new life of success. You wake up with intention. Stop waking up like an accident. Start waking up with purpose.
And the reality is, and Tony Robbins says this, he says, if you want to be successful in life, watch what everybody is doing and do the opposite, and you will be successful in life. And I'm telling you right now, go the other way more often instead of blending into the herd.
The first question might be, why should you even bother improving yourself? And I think the answer to that is something like, so you don't suffer any more stupidly than you have to. And maybe so others don't have to either. It's something like that. You know, like there's a real injunction at the bottom of it. It's not some casual self-help doctrine. It's that if you don't organize yourself properly, you'll pay for it, and in a big way, and so will the people around you.
You create your own self. Most people are missing something because there's so much trapped in there. I don't even want to say potential. I think that's where it's used out too much too. And that's what they don't get. What builds a human being is you start with the small building blocks. And before you know it, man, you become something that it doesn't even make sense to most people because it's just who you are now.
I want to remind you of something. You are one decision away from changing your life. And you have to accept that. You're one new meeting, one new relationship, one new contact, one new action, one new decision away from shifting your life from where it is right now to a totally different place.
The point that I'm trying to make here is that in the short term, as in day to day, you need that level of agitation. Like you need to have that feeling of urgency. But from a macro perspective, as in like giving yourself a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year timeline, you have to be patient. So it's this weird, a lot of life is a juxtaposition where it's like you have to believe two things at the same time. So short term, you have to have this feeling of urgency, but then in the more medium term, you have to have this understanding that like you are young. You know, you are young and you have time, and at the end of the day, there's only so much you can push.
I often tell people everyone is self-made, but only the successful people will admit it. The unsuccessful people will not admit that they created that lack of success. They will blame the big man. They will blame the imaginary thumb that's pressing them down. They'll blame religion. They'll blame race. They'll blame everything except themselves. Every person is self-made. Every single person is self-made because you are a construct of what? Your thoughts and your decisions.
You can control what you can control. You can control your attitude, you can control your effort, you can control your mentality, you can control showing up on time, you can control having a good schedule, you can control being a positive person, you can control all this stuff. You can't control it.
You have been given an opportunity of a lifetime, and if you think you're gonna blow up, if you think you're gonna get to the next level by luck, you got another thing coming. But is the opportunity here for you to blow up? Yes, but the only way you can do it is if you go.
So I can't make you do it, nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work.
Tim Ferriss says, in the short term, your success depends on your intensity. In the long term, your success depends on your consistency. Do not sacrifice the latter for the former.
What's wild about the fear that people have when they're starting out is that they say things like, I have nothing going for me. I have no advantages. I have nothing to my name. I have no money. I have no network. I have no resources. But using Rory Sutherland's reframing, it also means that you have nothing to lose, which makes you incredibly dangerous.
So if you're in the woods and you don't know where to go, start walking. You got to start walking because the perspective's not going to change. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can go walk in the other direction. And that's going to be fine. But standing there lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die, waiting to starve to death. Don't let that happen.
And I would say, start where you can start. You know, if something announces itself to you, which is a strange way of thinking about it, as in need of repair, that you could repair, then hey, fix it. You fix 100 things like that, your life will be a lot different.
You don't burn out mentally because you always burn out physically. When you guys burn out physically, you push your current limitations to a new barrier, do you not? You hit failure and you go beyond. You force your body to create a demand to grow even more. By burning out physically, you ensure that you grow physically.
Guess what? Don't have a fucking quitting mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard.
If you don't burn out physically, then even though you go to the gym, you put your time in there, you check the box, yeah, I went to the gym, man, all good. You come back around, you look in the mirror, man, I'm not seeing anything, I'm not seeing any changing. Oh. Well, because you haven't pushed yourself for your body to have a reason to change. If I gave a valiant effort to something, day in, day out, I saw no change, I'd probably quit too. But the reason why you're quitting, man, is because you're not burning out physically. It's that mind-body connection of invincibility when you sync them up, guys. Every transformation always gets worse before it gets better. It's supposed to be that way.